Frigate is obviously famous for its giant tortoises, the magpie robins, the beetle, and it's the only place in the world that it exists. But nevertheless, there are many other animals and creatures here that are doing vital jobs, making sure that the soil that many of these plants are growing in is in tip-top condition. And one of those animals is the giant Seychelles Millipede. They're not the prettiest of creatures. They don't have the glamour that the giant tortoise has, but they are absolutely vital for making sure that they break down the leaves and the other nutrients that are around on the forest floor. And at night, the forest sort of comes alive with these little creatures. But they are so important for the whole life here at Frigate. You were here to actually study marine biology, and here you are in the forest wrangling millipedes. How did this come about?
So I have more of an interest in the marine side of things, but I'm happy to get involved with all the terrestrial stuff as well. So seeing a place like Frigate where they go hand in hand, the whole team works on all the marine stuff and the whole team works on all the terrestrial stuff, I thought was a great thing. And it's what I'm interested in, kind of, is ecology. So it's kind of how everything interacts. So the marine environment is connected to the terrestrial environment. So I think it's important to understand and appreciate both.
So can you tell me about the millipedes that are found here on Frigate Island?
Yeah, so this is the Seychelles Giant Millipede, and it's an endangered species found only in the Seychelles. And it's one of the largest millipedes in the world, as you can see. And yeah, we love them here on Frigate.
So what is their purpose in nature then?
So they are great at decomposing like leaf litter and things. So they're kind of the basis of our ecosystem here on Frigate, and in lots of ecosystems all over the world, different millipedes do the same kind of job. So they break down leaf litter, and then it's the microbes that do the rest of the work. But yeah, they're really important, so that then there's more nutrients in the soil available for plants, and yeah, they support the whole ecosystem.
So the delights of the flora and fauna of Frigate.
Yeah, it's all down to the millipede.
All down to the millipede.
Exactly.
Yeah. Do you know how many there are on the island at all? I mean, they seem to be extremely prolific.
I mean, it's hard to tell exactly how many, and they do fluctuate, so they'll fluctuate with rainfall. Higher rainfall years, about the year after, the abundance increases, they think. And this could be due to more food availability.
Yeah, you don't seem to see too much of them during the day, but certainly on the roads or the tracks here at night, they are everywhere.
Yeah, so they are nocturnal. So during the day they'll be hiding in the soil or in like crevices in trees, and then at night they come out and they feed. Yeah, so they are nocturnal, which is why some of our roads are closed during night. So it's to save them getting squashed at all.
What things should people know about millipedes then?
They should know how important they are for the ecosystem, and they might look a bit gross, but they are vital, and without them the richness that you see in the tropics wouldn't really exist, without them and other invertebrates to do the job they do.
And what do some of the hotel guests think about the millipedes?
I think sometimes they're seen as a bit of a pest. People don't want them crawling around their bedrooms, but it's hard to exclude them from anywhere really in the Seychelles. They do seem to get everywhere, they seem.
So they're called millipedes, but they don't have 1,000 legs, do they?
No, they have. They think around 200 legs, I think this species has. So yeah, it's not quite 1,000. But they are a lot friendlier than our centipedes, that's for sure.
What would be the lifespan of a millipede?
So they've found in captivity some can live up to 7 years, but that might be different in the wild. So in the wild, they might live between 2 to 3 years, I think. I think it varies depending on the island and depending on the pressures they're under. But in captivity they start to reproduce at around 2 years old.
What was your first impression when you arrived here?
I think you can't underestimate the abundance of life and just the birds that are flying around in huge flocks, and the millipedes, and everything here is present in abundance, it seems. And the fact that you've got species that don't occur anywhere else in the world, like the frigate beetle, and the millipede only occurs in the Seychelles, and the amount of endemic species present here is like, it's amazing.